Thank you so much for sitting quietly. I appreciate it. Just so you know, streaming something is not easy. Ms. Patricus, can you walk next door and ask Ms. Craddock to either click that link or click the new one, which should actually be the same link.
Okay.
Okay? Ben, can you walk up front in a minute? No, in about 30 seconds, just say test. Just to the camera, say testing. Can you walk? Go in front.
Oh, wait. Testing. No, in 30 seconds, Ben. Who's fine? No, it's fine. Quiet. Yep. There I am. It's raining. Yeah, there's a chance of thunderstorms.
And it's been 30 seconds.
That's very low. It's like,
Yes, but the lag is real.
so you can get regular ones.
Okay, guys, so it's working.
It's a little bit
But
late.
it does mean that anyone that opens this link right now can hear and see us. Okay, so I would use this time just to kind of prepare yourselves. I'm going to send the link out to the school.
What? You're all gonna watch it?
Yep. Ms. Lenneman, if you want to tell parents, they can come in.
Wait, did I have three?
Hey guys, parents get first dibs on chairs. Okay? Yeah.
I was trying to let you know if there's gonna be a problem.
No, there might be one, but it's okay. You can go look. Sounds good. Guys, please remember that anyone who clicks on that link can hear and see. Bring me a desk. Bring me a desk, put it right here. Put it. You put it right here. everybody, can you do, we're going to record on this, so just hit that button before and after everybody goes.
Okay.
So that's streaming, this is recorded.
Okay,
All right?
got it.
So just a reminder to our class, that link is going, that stream is going right now. So everything that you say and do, they can see.
Mr. Carey. So I
And-
click. So Mr. Carey, I
What?
click on off every
Yes,
time.
just like you would a regular quick time.
They can't see what you say. Turn it off. Mr. Carey, turn it off. No, you're gonna turn it off and I'm gonna turn it off. So you turn it off.
It's such an important day, I had to wear it.
Have you ever? No. Mr. Carey. Mr. Carey. It looks so good. Yeah. I thought you were
Wow.
No,
Okay.
you can bump it. Fine, it's fine. But I helped you. You have to help me. No, you doing it. I will. Okay.
What?
Yeah, everyone's
Oh, parents speak chairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second row, Ella, Adeline, Morgan. You guys sit in front of the first row on the ground.
No matter who it is.
So for anyone that just came in, this stream is live right now. So anything we say is recorded. That's mostly the message for the
Woo!
Can't bump.
It's not a suit. It's an important day. I thought I'd. Maybe
Wait,
it's
what is it? You look cute. No, that's my You bump so much.
Dude, there's like this bar that goes up and down. It goes like.
No, it's always your turn. So you have 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Alright, your turn.
There's like this little bar that goes. It goes like up and down. I think it's the noise bar. It's going like. Wee!
These are prepared.
Wee! Wee! Wee!
What's the name?
Tucker and Henry, can you guys grab a blue chair for me?
Kill me. You could have bumped. Oh, she designed that shit. Look, people can see your face. No, I wasn't. I didn't. It wasn't. Wait, does it say TikTok on the map? Yeah.
If you're in the second row, like Henry, can you come sit on the ground for me? Silas, come sit on the ground. Remy, Mia, Alta, can you guys come sit on the ground for me in the front? So parents can get those chairs?
Mr. Carey. No, you guys should share. There's like 50. That's live, you know. Yeah. Henry.
So again, our stream is live for anyone that's Walking in front. Yeah, wherever you want. Just remember, you guys need to stay back. So also, you gotta stay a little back. I think Martin helped make that. Did you help make that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I told one of those like.
That's totally why D's not good.
You know it's live streaming, right?
I know.
Anyway, so it didn't work.
Wait, how do you spell it? Wait, hold on. How do you spell it? Yes, yes. You use the video on
But have it on you and mount it. You can't see it. It is a burn. Double burn. It's my king. What a dose. What a dose. The funny Bed and nose. There's no way those are better than those. Yeah. What? Wait, I need to. Paul. What the N stand for? What the N stand for? Henry. Are you just watching this? Let's play 6. I hope it doesn't show up so we can have it. No, I'd rather not have this. I just want to relax today. I had so much to tell.
What's my record?
15 seconds. Yeah. My record on a 3x3. Your guys' record is 1 second. No, it's not. 3x3? I say what about 3x3? What about yeah, it's true. Wait, what's record for 3x3? 3x3. Oh, my best is 7.8. Also, a stopwatch. Yeah. I did. I had a stopwatch. I bet you didn't solve it. Yeah, I was solving on my way to Pennsylvania.
I bet you didn't. I bet you solved it that fast. That you solved
No, wait, I take that back.
If anybody can solve it.
Wait, so what do we have? 2 and 3.
Hurry up.
That's my seat.
Hey, that's my seat. My seat, Will. My
All
seat.
right, Mr. Carey's class, let's get comfortable. We have 1 minute, and then we're gonna have our introduction. Please remember that the stream is live, and so anyone who clicks on that link can hear everything. Okay, so they can hear all of our conversations. So we're gonna listen quietly and support our classmates, and you can absolutely clap after people go. I really want you to, actually. Okay, because we worked really hard on it. So. All right. Yeah. Try it again. Say it again. All right, go ahead. Hold on.
Be too loud.
Our speaker decided to turn off. We can take his wires out of it. No? You want to come with us? They can hear me? Like, really well, because we might not be able to. I mean, it's always something, right? No, well, the speaker isn't on.
Okay, so short delay.
Alright, we're good. Alright, can you say testing? Louder.
Testing.
Okay, go ahead.
Testing.
Yeah, go ahead. Is that on?
No, it can't be in your pocket.
Say it again.
Testing.
Your thing.
No, it was charging.
You can hear it? Alright, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, go front.
Oh! Yeah, okay.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
him, and I hope you love him. Here's Mr. Curry.
All right, so like Martin said, our class has worked extremely hard on our TED Talks over the last month or two. They've practiced numerous times with mics, without mics. They went through the writing process for this. They perfected it, they edited it, and they were really excited to give them today. So we are going to start with Julia Minio with Imagination Changed the World.
Who in here imagines things? Well, I know I do. I do it every single day. Imagination is a video or an image that you form in your brain. Some people think imagination is just something you use when you have a tea party with your stuffed animals, but it's more than that. With imagination, even the sky is not the limit. Some of the most famous scientists or people used imagination and changed the world, like Amelia Earhart. She imagined flying over the Atlantic Ocean, and she did. Or with Walt Disney, he imagined ways that he can entertain people around the world. The imagination of inventors brought us the television, light bulb, telephone, computers, and so many more incredible devices. If you are an adult and you give a child a cardboard box and leave for 5 minutes and come back, they'll be in a spaceship on their way to Mars. Believe it or not, but if you imagine exercising, it will make you stronger. Imagination helps you believe in whatever crazy things you can't believe. To me, imagination powers my brain. Imagination has changed me and everybody. Thank you.
You can talk past the speaker. What's wrong?
We didn't get to record yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's do the next one. Sorry. All right, thank you so much, Julia. So on that note, we're going to talk about another student who's interested in changing the world. We have Mia Rodriguez with Kids Can Change the World.
Did anyone ever tell you you're the most imaginative kid they have ever met? That may be because as a kid we use a lot of imagination. Now, don't take this personally, but when you're an adult, you don't use as many imaginative thoughts compared to those kids. So you don't come up with as many crazy ideas. So now that we know that, there's more to this concept. Since those kids come up with such rich ideas, maybe adults should put it here where those kids have the same monster. Now that we know this, I figured you'd like to hear a story. This story isn't true, but it could happen. Now close your eyes and imagine this. Little woman was walking down the street with her vanilla chocolate swirl ice cream. When she finished her ice cream, she wanted to go play at the park. And at the park, she saw an airplane go by and some people playing basketball. When she got home, she wanted to go right in her journal. And she wrote, "Dear Journal, today I saw an airplane go by and some people playing basketball. Maybe that could be mini airplanes as shoes, and they could go the same speed as a real airplane. So, did you like my story? Thank you." Now back to my point. Would you adults come up with something like this? Now, while you're thinking of the answer, I have an answer for you. No, you wouldn't, because like I said before, those kids come up with some crazy ideas. So next time you're coming up with a story or something to tell someone, just remember, imagination creates inspiration.
All right, thank you so much. Just so we know, students, we have a little bit of feedback with our speaker, but people also want us to talk a little louder, so let's work on that. Next, we have Megan Carpenter with a topic that is near and dear to my heart, which is a bite of tech.
How many of you have an Apple device? Well, whether it's an iPod, iPad, or iPhone, Apple devices can be helpful. Now, it said when Apple devices were created, it made the world a smaller place. Well, that is true, and to some people, including me, this is a good thing. It made it easier to send messages across. Rather than sending letters or talking in person, you can just click a button and send a message to someone. You can also play games on Apple devices. Now, even though these are not as important as calling, they are still a good pastime. There are hundreds of millions of games out there, and I'm sure you can find just the right one for you. You can also read books on Apple devices. Now, everyone loves a good book, right? They're smaller so they're easier to carry around. And they can also be helpful when you're in trouble. if your house is burning down, you could just take out your phone and call someone for help. Apple devices are essential in my life. Are they essential in yours?
All right, thank you, Megan. So next we have Ella with They Are Not Just Toys.
Do any of you like stuffed animals? Well, when it comes to stuffed animals, I love them. They come in all different shapes and sizes, ranging from animals to aliens. Help me escape my problems and stay calm, and are just fun to collect. Stuffed animals are important to me because they're adorable, loving, and are soft and squishy. They're really good listeners, too. Need help? How do you find the perfect plushie? Well, my tip is find the one that stands out. Here are some cute plush makers from Asia. Bun Bun and Tsum Tsum. One popular plush company is the Bee Boo Company. You might have heard of them. Need help with taking care of your stuffed animal? Well, here are some tips. 1. Treat it like yourself. 2. Give it lots of love. And 3. Have fun with it. Now do you think they're just toys?
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but Ella made her own t-shirt for today. Can you show everyone your stuffed animals on your t-shirt? And then turn around. She's gonna get extra credit for that, just so you guys know. All right, so next we have Michael Williams with Splash of Colors, or Not.
There are mysteries in this world that are just hard to explain. Not a lot of people know how to solve them or what to do. I can give you an answer to one of those mysteries. So I was sitting at my desk, totally ignoring my teacher, when it hit me what I was going to do at recess. I sprayed my friend with disappearing ink. So I did, and he did get a bit mad. Think about it. Do you know how disappearing ink works? Well, first off, you have the ink, of course. Then you have anything acidic, like lemonade, or lime. And it mixes with a water solution, and it takes away the color in the ink. So invisible ink was invented by the Greeks over 200 years ago. So how do you get the color back in the ink? You get a 100-watt light bulb, a hairdryer, or an iron. So it depends on how much. So if you're using an iron, you might not want to use it as long as a hairdryer. And if you're using a hairdryer, you might not want to use it as long as a 100-watt light bulb. I mean, if you're using a 100-watt light bulb, you might not want to use it as long as a hairdryer. Thank you for listening when I talk about this bringing.
I like that part about Michael not listening to me. I'll remember that. But all right, so next we have Remy Ostreicher with Why Art is Important. And if Miss Ratchie is watching, this is for you.
Wondering if you like art? Well, I sure do. Can any of you imagine what life would be like if there was no art? Well, I can, and it would be very boring. Imagine a butterfly. That's just where they're black. How boring is that? Or remember back then how the TVs were just black and white? Well, the shoes probably weren't as interesting because they had no art in them, no color. Look at my outfit. It's just black and white. What if everyone wore this? How boring would that be with everyone wearing the same two colors? And also, kids need art. Kids need art because it brings out their creativity and imagination. And some schools don't have art. Neither does some elementary schools. They're just kids. Why don't some schools have art classes? Well, that's because of budget cuts. They don't have enough money to pay for the supplies, teachers, or any other things. And so, I want all of you to recognize how special art is, even the teeniest bits of it.
So for students, don't walk in front of the speaker because there's feedback, so walk behind it. All right, awesome. So our next talk is Ariana Barkas, who is going to rub it in that she loves Paris and that she gets to go to Paris and we don't. We were stuck here when Ariana went to Paris, and it was just fantastic to think about that. So, no, I'm just kidding. Ariana Barkas with The City of Lights.
Have you ever been to Paris? Well, if you've seen photos, you will know Paris is a beautiful city with lots of history. I was lucky enough to go there. While I was in Paris, I learned new things every day. One of the things I learned was about the Eiffel Tower. It is painted every 10 years, and the French built it themselves. They finally finished on March 31st, 1889. It weighs 10,100 tons too. I know, that's a lot. The next day, I went to the Notre Dame. It is a beautiful, tall church in Paris. It is one of the most popular churches in Paris. Disney made a movie about it. You might have seen it. It's called The Hunchback of Notre Dame. All the churches in Paris are mostly famous for their stained glass, especially Notre Dame. The last thing I learned during my trip that I thought was the most interesting was these statues. It was a horse on the bottom and a soldier on top. You might think it's just an old, rusty, yucky statue. Well, you're wrong. I learned that there are 3 kinds of that statue. The first kind is, if the horse has 2 front legs up, the soldier on top died in the battle. The second kind is, if the horse has 1 front leg up, the soldier died from a wound. And then the third kind is, if the horse has all 4 legs on the ground, the soldier on top died from natural causes. So now you know why I think Paris is a beautiful city with lots of history. Thank you for listening to my talk about the City of Lights.
All right, thanks, Ariana. So next we have Henry Crockett getting ready, and he is talking about a video game that inspires people.
Imagine a place where you can do literally anything, where creativity rules supreme. And even though you might get blown up on your first night, it's still a lot of fun. Minecraft is nothing like that. You'll get blown up on your first night. And creativity, wait, almost sick. I said that already. Caution, this might be cut. Oh, by the way, I caution you not to drink anything, because you'll be laughing a lot. You know what happens when you drink stuff and you laugh a lot. A lot. In Minecraft, you can slay a dragon. In the art game, you can slay a dragon. In Minecraft, if you want to play it, you get paid for it. In the art game, and I'm just gonna review what I'm saying. You know what? I'm talking about Minecraft, possibly the best game in existence. And I know what you're thinking. Anyone would want to download something like this, especially my parents. Except they haven't done that by now. To show you why, I'll say what my mom said when she freaked out about me downloading Minecraft. That picture's exploding! I caution you not to drink stuff. But my point is, P.S. that pig did not explode. My point's not, P.S. that pig did not explode. Just, but in all seriousness, my point is that Minecraft is a place where you can do anything. You can modify the programming with the main blocks and mods, like the Drippy Screen mod. Don't ask what that is. I really don't know what it is either. You can build humongous forts / homes / castles. Well, you don't need to combine them into one. You build whatever you want. You get the idea. But They agree with it. What makes Minecraft prosper is that it's a place for you to be you.
Thank you.
All right, I think we can all agree that we love places where you can be you. So our next talk is Samantha Martinez, and she is talking about a trending toy.
Hi, have you ever had a little pet shop?
Hold on, Samantha, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, have you ever had a little pet shop? Little's Pet Shop is like little toys where you get them like anywhere. You get them at online or at Toys R Us or Target. They are different types of animals as you can see. Dogs, cats, kitties, squirrels, and ducks, and other stuff. So if you want to get them from, you get them online or any other place, and hopefully you'll like them. And if you got 200 or 100, you'll like them all at all. So you can see, as you can see, you get a lot of them, like sort of like sometimes they're cheap and sometimes they're pretty expensive. So as you can see, you can get them like anywhere. And if you got like sort of like, if you have 300, you'll get more. But if they're pretty expensive. But if you got walkables, you press the button to make them move, run, or any movables. So all these things are available to make you happy. Thanks for watching.
All right, we definitely love things that are available to make us happy, right? I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, so next we have Morgan Potts. Morgan Potts is talking about how Michael Jackson made a difference.
The King of Pop, one of the most influential singers of our time, a spectacular performer named Michael Jackson. When he passed away on June 25th, 2009, the world was devastated. One thing that we will all remember about the astonishing singer is that his songs were amazing and inspiring. But did you know he made a difference? That's what I'm here to talk about, how Michael Jackson made a difference. Let's start off by saying Michael had a lot of money during his life, but he spent a lot of that money traveling to hospitals to meet fans who were dying. He even lived in a house called Neverland Valley Ranch that contained a whole movie theater, amusement park, and safari for kids with cancer. It was Michael's time to make children live in a happier and healthier world. But that's not all he did. He also gave to many charities. He also sang songs about making a difference, such as Man in the Mirror. In that song, there are lyrics like, I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat, and who might be blind pretending not to see their needs. Motivation, right? And Heal the World has some pretty amazing lyrics as well. For example, create a world with no fear, and there are ways to get there. If you care enough for the living, make a little space, make a better place. He also sang a song about segregation, which was called They Don't Really Care About Us. Michael's dream was to make children live in a world where they would not be treated poorly. Unfortunately, he did not accomplish his wish. But since he is gone now, it is up to us to spread the important message and meaning of his motivating songs. Thank you. Testing.
Okay, so keep it down here, and then talk. Go ahead and say test real quick. Say it again. Okay, so hold it like right here. All right, sorry about that. We're trying to get our sound right. So next we have William Hahn with an amazing instrument. Oh, sorry.
collection of instruments, and I'm here to talk about one of these instruments. You may have heard about it. It's called the clarinet. It's a woodwind instrument with a single reed and was invented in 1733 in Germany. You can play all sorts of music on it, like jazz, blues, and classical music. But these aren't the only kinds. You can play a lot of other music on it too. Even pop is popular on the clarinet. There are also different kinds of clarinets. There's the A clarinet, which is really long. There's the B flat clarinet, which is the clarinet that I play. And then there's the bass clarinet, which looks like the saxophone. Some of its woodwind relatives are the oboe, which has 2 reeds, the saxophone, which has 1 reed like the clarinet, and the flute, which has no reeds at all. In my opinion, it's the easiest to play and probably has the best sound. Now I probably will play a song for you. You might have heard about it. It's by Beethoven. It's called Ode to Joy.
You might take the mic. You can't walk in front of the speaker.
Now you might have been wondering if I was done yet. One of the most famous clarinet players was Benny Goodman. He played jazz and swing music and was born in 1909. He died at age 77 in 1986. Now, even though I did not like his music, I still respected him for the music he played and how long he played it. I hope I inspired you to listen or to him.
All right, that was amazing. So next we have Adeline Lee with, let me get this right, a possum place on YouTube.
Do you guys like Little's Pet Shop? How about YouTube? Luckily, there's a whole community on YouTube about Little's Pet Shop. It is called LPS2. Did you know that there was a day for LPS2? It is on May 10th. There are over millions of people who create a Little's Pet Shop channel and upload videos of Little's Pet Shop every single day. People of all ages upload videos of Little's Pet Shop. LPS tubers make awesome shows. The most popular LPS show is probably LPS Popular by Sophie GTV. It has over 15 million views. The most famous LPS tuber is probably LPS Hannah. She has over 200,000 subscribers and over 1 million views. LPS tubers will inspire you a lot. They make me inspired in many different ways. Do you know how to make an LPS video? If you don't, please follow these steps. Well, first you need a camera and an LPS. Then, get inspired and start recording. With LPS 2, we are more than friends, we are like family.
It kind of reminds me of this class. We're more than friends, we're like family, right?
Yeah.
All right, so next we have Silas Brock talking about what he loves, which is math. His title is, Does Math Really Help Us?
I think most of you here will agree there are many different types of math. But my question is, do all those different types of math really help us? Well, that depends on how you define help as. Counting, for instance, most people would agree they help us because they help us on how many there are of a particular group of particular objects. But what about logarithms? Some people say logarithms help us because they can multiply big numbers by 2. But some people say, no, they don't help us. People use calculators, they don't really use it. And some people would say big numbers that you can't comprehend wouldn't help us because they're too big to comprehend. So even the answer is kind of useless. But some people would say they still help us for like proofs and stuff. Even though you can't really comprehend it, but they're still very helpful. That ends our talk about whether math is helpful.
Silas actually taught us logarithms one day, and we all got it, right, guys?
Yeah, I got it. I told her.
100%. We all know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So our next talk is Noah Horowitz with why Kepler's supernova is interesting to me.
A supernova is a star that increases in brightness because of an explosion that ejects most of its mass. Kepler's supernova is the latest supernova seen by the naked eye in our galaxy. Even though it's seen on Earth in 6 months, that seems like a long time, doesn't it? Kepler's supernova was named after Johannes Kepler, who was a famous German mathematician and astronomer. Kepler's supernova was brighter than any other star in the night sky at its peak and was visible during the day for 3 and 9 weeks. Johannes Kepler was not the first person to study this object, even though the star and the explosion were named after him. Kepler's supernova was named after Johannes Kepler because of his observations, which tracked this object for a whole year, and because of his book on the matter, the Stella Nova and Heat Circumvalia, which translates to on the new star in Phoebus' foot. And that is why Kepler's supernova is interesting to me.
All right. I know we have a couple science teachers in the back here that appreciated that talk. So our next talk is by Ben Mossberg, and it's called "Birds Are Dinosaurs Too," you know.
Dinosaurs have been around for millions of years, but dinosaurs are not dead. They're still living in this world. They're still living outside that window over there. Now, if you want to know how, stick with me for the rest of my talk. Now, use this thing inside your head called brain and imagine. Close your eyes and imagine. They're a dinosaur about 3 feet long and they're covered in feathers. You have bird-like feet, with toes, and a back claw. You're hiding in some bushes in the Gobi Desert. Now I know this isn't very realistic, but a couple tens of millions of years ago. So, yeah. You are hunting Protoceratops. This is your main prey, and also it is the rainy season, and it's raining. Now, you spring from the bushes that you are hiding from upon seeing an unprotected nest, and you start gobbling up the eggs when the mother Protoceratops hits you. She got your right arm in her beak, and you're digging your claws into her side to help you cling on. Now, suddenly everything goes black, and that is it. The sand bank has collapsed on you. That is one of the most famous dino discoveries. Now, if you're thinking I told you this for nothing, I'm not, because we have
we have evidence that raptors, their species, their name was velociraptor, species will eventually evolve into birds. Now, how do you know this? Well, carnivorous dinosaurs. All carnivorous dinosaurs have bird-like hips, and also, evidence shows that what I told you about bird-like feet, they had talons on the back, they had back toes. The only difference between the back toes was that the birds were fully rotated to the back, fully pointed backwards. And dinosaurs, they were lifted on the foot a little bit, and not quite as backwards. Now, you may be thinking, weren't dinosaurs just stupid or like the animals? No. Well, actually, let's face it, pretty stupid. Now, the stupidest dinosaur was Stegosaurus. They were this big. Now, imagine having a brain that big. You would be pretty dumb. So, on to my talk. Troodon was pretty smart. He knew how to survive. Dinosaurs knew how to survive. All they needed to know how to survive was basically to attack and to defend. Now, I have to end my talk right here, but there's two things I want you to just consider. First of all, I want you to consider knowing how dinosaurs evolved into birds and how carnivorous and how birds, well, their hips look like and match them to carnivorous dinosaurs. Now, the other thing is that I want you next time you see a bird and you gotta scream dinosaur when it's coming at you and run like crazy. If your brother is not watching this, or your sister, if you have a brother and sister, they will be totally confused. They probably do not know as much about dinosaurs as what I'm teaching them. But I'll have to end my talk right here. Thank you for listening to my talk.
All right, so if we ever need to know anything about dinosaurs, we go to Ben. And if we ever need to know anything about math, we go to Silas. All right? So our next talk is Piper Cannon. And Piper is talking about the fun and frustrations of gymnastics.
Raise your hand if you ever get really frustrated and feel like falling to split, or screaming your clothes by your mate, or running around the room with frustration. Well, I feel this a lot when I do my favorite sport, gymnastics. Last year, I was scared to do a round of back handspring by myself. This is really frustrating because, well, the whole time my friends were doing it. My coach told me to tell myself that I can and I will do it. When I think like that, I know I can do it. In gymnastics, you have to try. And you will eventually get it. And yes, I said eventually, because it's not going to come right away. You have to try really hard. Gymnastics is going to be really frustrating, but it can be really fun. Like when you learn a new skill, you can tell your friends and family the exciting news. In gymnastics, there are lots of skills that you can tell your friends and family about. To some people, different events are fun. There are 4 events in gymnastics. There is vault, bars, beam, and squat. Beam is the hardest event for me in gymnastics, and probably the one I want to quit on the most. But I keep trying, and I get there. Sometimes in my gym, I get free gym, which means I can play in the gym and do what I want. But I also have to be really careful when I do that, because I only do the things that my coach tells me to. Gymnastics inspires me to do things that I would probably not do in my daily life without gymnastics. When I do gymnastics, I am confident and I believe in myself. Yes, gymnastics is expensive and frustrating, but it's definitely
All right, there were some life lessons in that talk, right? We keep trying until we get it. Can we give Mr. Badges a round of applause for helping us build our TED sign, maybe? Yeah, some of our students helped with that too. So next we have Gavin Donnelly with a colorful challenge.
You want to be challenged? Well, I got a challenge for you. Can you solve the Rubik's Cube? The usual 3x3 Rubik's Cube, everybody knows that one. But have you seen a 4x4, a 5x5, and so on? They can go up to 28x28. They also come in very different shapes and sizes too. They come in spheres, pyramids, pentagons, and gear Rubik's Cubes too. The fastest time for completing a 2x2 Rubik's Cube is 0.69 seconds. Might seem impossible, but it's not. The fastest time for completing a 3x3 Rubik's Cube is 4.9 seconds by Lucas Eder. The fastest time for completing a 4x4 Rubik's Cube was 24 seconds by Max Park. You might not believe this, but people do Rubik's Cube blindfolded. The fastest time for completing a 4x4 Rubik's Cube blindfolded in the USA was 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Might seem impossible, but it's not. One time I completed Rubik's Cube. So one day I was just sitting on my couch, didn't know what to do, and I picked up my Pyramix Rubik's Cube right here, and I just started doing combinations, and I completed it. I was amazed after that. And I always push myself to do better after I completed that one time. One time I got 15 seconds on one try. And after that, I always push myself to do better. So I want you to try and complete a Rubik's Cube. And if you don't, just keep trying.
All right, more life lessons. This is great. So next we have Kevin Nguyen, and Kevin Nguyen is talking about something very important, and it's called You Should Help.
Today, I'm talking about helping homeless people. Does anyone like helping homeless people? One way to help homeless people is to give them money. If you give them $1 or $4, then you can buy food. Sometimes a lot of people doesn't give homeless people food. And what if you were the person and you get no money? How would you feel? If someone asks you for money and a sign, you should just help them. You can help by giving them food. If you give them one meal, they don't have to starve. Sometimes homeless people eat from the trash can, and they will get sick. What if you ate from the trash can? You will get sick also. Don't let them starve. Give them food to eat so they don't have to starve. You and your friend can collect water bottle, canned food to give to them. Please don't let them sit there. You should help them. If you're watching this, please help them. Thanks for watching, and bye.
If there was one thing Kevin always got in practice right, it was the bye. That was the Kevin right there. All right, so next we have Tucker with The Future as We Know It.
What will the future be like? Imagine. Are you imagining rundown factories with pollution in the air? Or are you imagining white futuristic buildings? We have no clue what the future will be like. Well, here's what I think. I think if we don't find better ways to live, we will not have good conditions to live in. But if we do find better ways to live, we will. To live, we have to choose to live. You can start fundraisers to give money to charities. If everybody does that, charities will receive billions of dollars and they will save the world. You could just take shorter showers. I don't see blobfish polluting the world. So when you walk out of this building, I want you to think, how can I make the world a better place? It's great you have an idea, but if you don't act on it, it won't matter. So I ask you again, what will the future be like?
All right, so we have two more. Ethan is not here today, so we recorded his before. I will add his to our video. Alta is next with The Little Details of Life. All right, Alta Copeland.
Raise your hand if you've ever planned to go somewhere, but then you bump into your friend and end up having lunch or dinner with them. It's happened to me, and sometimes it's not the best. And other times it's great. And I think we should focus on that second, that minute, that you bump into your friend. That changes your day, your life, and your world. I call it little. Those things that we don't notice, but sometimes do, that changes whatever we act on. Like if you were to decide between going to a birthday party or going to a movie with your mom or your family. If you choose to go to the birthday party, you might end up having a sleepover later. But if you choose going to the movie, you might end up seeing something that you've never seen before. And I think we should focus on those. The little things in life that change the way that we see things, change the way that we are. And I think we should focus on those because they're important. Because the bigger things always have to happen from a small thing. So next time you want something to happen, think, what can I do to start it off? Thank you.
All right, so this is actually our last talk. I think the kids have been awesome so far, don't you guys think? Can we give them You can clap for yourselves, it's okay. So our last talk is Catherine Holt, and it is called The Beauty of You.
Do you ever worry about how you look or what someone might say about you? Do you ever worry about what you might say in class and people might look at you? Around the age of 10 is when this feeling starts to be quite common. Parents even have it too. It's okay to be different because you're perfect just the way you are. Sometimes you think someone might say something, but really nobody will. When you get up and go places, you should feel confident and strong because you are. Everybody has a voice, and don't be afraid to use it. Sometimes, I promise that when you say something, people will listen because they want to listen to you. Find the real you because I promise you will feel confident and strong. So the lesson is, if someone says something to you, just ignore it because you're beautiful just the way you are.
All right, so that is it with our TED Talks. Can we give Miss Patrigas a round of applause? Her title today was Microphone Technician. So add that to the resume. All right, so can we give the kids one last round of applause? They were awesome. And kids, can we give the parents a round of applause for coming? What? Oh, thank you?
Thank you.
Oh, how about one big thank you to people who are watching at home? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you!
And that's it. Thank you so much.